Saleem Oweis is a UNICEF Middle East and North Africa communication officer. He's joined us live now from Amman. So a warm welcome to the programme. Just how bad could the situation get in terms of the humanitarian situation? What are we looking at here?
Well, honestly, the situation is already bad. We're talking about hundreds of children dead on both sides in Gaza. We're talking about 260 children reportedly killed, over 500 children injured. So I think it's safe to say that it's already bad. And yeah, we are at the stage that we need to do something. We need to stop this violence and look at the humanitarian crisis ahead of us. Now in Gaza, we're talking about lack of services, including water, electricity, infrastructure is being damaged, and this will affect hundreds of thousands of children and civilians in the city.
It's always heartbreaking when you talk about children in this situation because they are the real innocence of it all. What would you like to see happen so that people like you can do your much needed work?
Well, evidently, children are the most vulnerable. They are the first and the most to be impacted in such situations. And we're talking about physical and mental impact of this war. What is needed now is immediate cessation of violence, of fighting. So UNICEF and humanitarian organizations can get access to children and families most in need. We need safe corridors to be able to get aid inside of Gaza and be able to, as you say, to do our job and help those children in need. Children are being sheltered in schools and in different places, and even these places are not safe for them. In Gaza, unless violence is stopped, there's no safety for children at the moment.
The present situation is, of course, dire, and with the likes of water, electricity scarce, if at all any, for these people and these children. What about prior to this, though, in terms of the quality of life for a child living in Gaza?
Well, that's the problem. This escalation comes on top of many other escalations throughout the years, comes over a real humanitarian need inside of Gaza. Gaza is made out of half of Gaza are children, and you can imagine how many families out there. These children and these families were already in dire need for humanitarian assistance. We're talking about 1.1 million children in Gaza and the West Bank were in urgent need of humanitarian assistance. So to begin with, the situation was dire. Services were not at its best, whether it's health, whether it's water, and we know that there were a lot of problems with the infrastructure in Gaza before this escalation. So this just comes to add to the dire situation, to the really sad reality of children and families in Gaza.
Yeah, and as you rightly point out, 1.1 million children, which is half the population of Gaza. It's such a low age range there in terms of the medium age. What can be done to help, though? What would you like to be seen done right now to help the situation? Would you call on other countries to get involved? What would you like to see happen in an ideal world to resolve this situation right now and help those children that you're referring to?
As I said, this is a call for all the parties to the war and everyone who influenced them to get this violence stopped right now, cessation of fire right now. These children need a space to breathe. It's been a few days of continuous hostilities. We need to stop that. We need to protect also the services, protect the infrastructure. This respect to the civilian infrastructure should be there. It's the obligation that they have according to the international humanitarian law. Protection of health workers, patients, health facilities, and all other services that these people really need at the moment. So on top of things, protect children. Make it a priority. This is your responsibility the responsibility of all parties to the conflict. So I think this is the most important thing, is to make sure we are protecting children, make sure that we have a stop of violence to be able to do that.
Saleem, thank you so much for coming on, a communication officer at UNICEF Middle East and North America, joining us live today from Amman, and just pointing out that the 1.1 million children in Gaza are desperate for some support and help. Thank you so much.